Hello and welcome back to the next episode of Terra Invicta. We are playing Exodus and we are now going after the East African Federation, and meanwhile in the next 2-3 turns Greater Indonesia is finishing, and afterwards we're going into liberating the mainland, which we're going to push with priority 3 here. In the main global researches we are all leading currently, so that's also quite nice, and I didn't decide which project here to pick, but however I'm going to continue and finish this phase. Okay, something funny has happened. The servants apparently decided to turn over Argentina to the aliens. Therefore we have an alien administration back on the map. Well, I don't think I care because it doesn't have an army. And let's see what happens here. So maybe initiative or humanity first or protectorate or whoever is going after it. So let's see what happens here. Meanwhile, the conquest of the East African Federation is almost done. We also declared war on Mozambique, so we can move there afterwards. Okay, we had some progress in general. Now we have total control of Indonesia now. I'm going to protect United Malay and Indonesia, in fact, so that's 2 actions we have to do this turn. Also, we did the coup d'etat in New Zealand. It now belongs to us here. And what I'm going to do here is now to finish the navy, which Australia is making. It's going to cost us 9 investment points. There we go. Now the navy is deployed and the investments can go back to usual something, let's say. Now in fact, as long as we are here we can fix the welfare in fact and get the inequality down as much as possible. So something like this. And now in fact we are able to declare war on New Zealand here. Why? We do have a navy now, so why can we not declare war? Well, maybe it didn't update yet, and it will update within a day. So we are going to do the war declaration here. We're going to pull in China, of course, use their navy fleets to also invade there. And then we got New Zealand solved. In regards to Indonesia, I'm a little bit sad that we didn't get the project yet. So what we are going to need is the Greater Australasia project, which would allow us to merge, well, Malaya in. And now can we do, I mean, we could move one province to probably are Borneo. Are you not having a claim there? Qatar. Yeah, you do. Yeah, but we can't make a navy here. That's a big problem, and we do need a navy somehow. So the only way to get a navy would be Australia, but we cannot federate with Indonesia yet. We need the Australasia project, which is not unlocking currently. However, what is almost finished is the Liberating Mainland China project, which I'm going to use, of course. And also what we can now work on soon is we could buy an army here in Tanzania, or the remainder of the East African Federation, which is in our control. And we're also going to federate it with the Caliphate in the 14th of April. And then we can, in fact, gobble up the countries here which were left over, basically. Okay, we finished mainland China, and also we are at war with New Zealand. Here we had a drawback. We had to run a step back because someone decided to make a crackdown on Tanzania for whatever reason. And yeah, now it's big question how to continue. Our new Xeno stage should finish up in April. And we have one big problem, and that's we don't have any volatiles left, because building a lot of stuff at Mercury orbit, I, for example, upgraded the research stations there, or the research universities. That's why our science also dropped, and that's a problem. Now, I don't know what we need to do. So, is there anything like volatiles? Again, volatiles. I can't write apparently. I see nothing pops up apparently. No, not really. Maybe mining. Advanced prospecting, we already got that one. Commercial mining companies, we also... Wait a second. Commercial mining... Where are you hidden? Interesting, so we didn't get it apparently, huh? Commercial mining companies? I didn't see that yet. Or did you deactivate it? Let's see. Commercial rocket companies here, but mining? No. No, commercial mining companies is not unlocked for us. Interesting. So we maybe need to trade it with someone who can get it for us. Now we do have the projects, for example, like water purification here and molecular beneficiation, so they are also very useful, especially because 15% more noble metals is a lot. However, it's not what we are looking for. Let's check something. I do think that I remember that it was hidden somewhere in the green text. So not designer life forms, but what is leading here? No, that's not the right one. Orbitals, in fact settlement hubs. We need to do rapid distillation techniques, this one. Perfect, there we go. Transform phages is necessary to get this one. Then we would get 15% more volatiles. Not a lot, but maybe necessary. Alternatively, I'm going to... let's first select a project here. Independent command we don't need here. Space resort we also don't need really. Loyalty training, sure, that's a good idea in fact. Let's finish off. Yeah, a little bit ahead of management points currently, MC. No, CP. Let's finish this tech in fact and then decide whether we want to go into that direction or not. Everything else, I guess the Central, East African stuff here is not really realistic, at least I don't want to bother with it right now, but let's see. I mean, we wouldn't need to invest into an army here, so we could in fact do it. How much would it cost us? It's like, no, not 140 points, 18k. Let's see what happens to that control point here. Alternatively, we could just invest all we got here into knowledge. 47, that's at least like 24 investment points, it's a lot. But of course it would be better if we are already bigger. Now, so what else happened? Now the stuff finished for Taiwan. So next turn, in fact, we can go there. What? In the resistance? Not nice of you. No, decline. In fact, we should finish the war first, though, before we return the stuff to Taiwan, so we should delay a bit. But Brooklyn, you're going to purge here. Do it heavily. 64, no, 32 should be enough.
You're taking power.
I mean, we could go to war here and test out what happens, in fact. So we could just... the Caliphate should rival... Not Tanzania. 7 Great Lake states here. Perfect. And also Congo. Now we can try it out. We could just do something like one national policy here. Declare war from the Caliphate onto the Great Lake States. Where's the capital here, in fact? It's Kinshasa, which is the left one, yeah. And just transfer that country or that province to Tanzania, and then there should be 2 CPs again, but I do think that we are going to lose this one this turn. But well, we can just conquer it again if need be. Okay, everything else is progressing nicely, unless except for that we can't progress here much because we don't have the navy. And we don't have the project, it still didn't unlock, and that's of course also a big problem. I do think that if we go to the tree here and Greater Austronesia, yeah, that project has a chance of unlocking for us to research after all of its prerequisites are filled. Yeah, and it is fulfilled. It just doesn't unlock yet, so we just have to wait for it. Yeah, and I'm going to check around a bit what else we can do this turn, like trading or whatever. So see you in a sec. Okay, I spent some time to, for example, have lunch, but also think about a lot of stuff here in game. For example, I calculated the remaining size we are going to do on the global tax, for example. So it's around 350,000, which is still missing, which would be, if we only do this, like 5 years, roughly. However, we are most likely going to be a lot faster because, for example, we do have an energy bonus of 113% already. And almost 200,000 is going to be energy research for all the fusion techs which are coming up soon. And I do expect that in the energy department, in fact, the other factions like Academy and stuff will help us massively, because that's stuff the Academy likes to do. So if I would be careful to project, we maybe can pull off a victory before 2040. So that's my projection. And I really want to hurry up the mergers here, because we're probably going to like triple our science, maybe even quadruple our science when we merge China into the Caliphate. It's going to be a massive boost in regards to science output. So that's exactly what we need to do. So we are waiting for the Austronesia project. Therefore, I'm going to change loyalty training here into research groups. Yes, autonomous research groups here to get higher chances of unlocking stuff. And in that regard, I'm just going to continue here, and we are going to observe what we can do in Middle Africa here, and everything else is progressing nicely. As soon as we have conquered New Zealand, I'm going to...
We will not obstruct your
yeah, now we want to trade. So do you want, for example, a research university? Oh yeah, it's a fair trade. So let's also give you foundry. And perfect. 3,000 in our hand here. Permanent assignment for the moment. Yeah, and I'm just going to continue use the volatiles for our station. Therefore, see you whenever something interesting happens. There we go. The project has unlocked it immediately in the second when I stopped recording. So no, great, perfect. Okay, here we are again. Now, what did I do in between? I upgraded most of my mass bases to a settlement now, because we need volatiles urgently. We're going to have a massive negative balance when everything has finished up. So we have a lot of stuff in the works on Earth and around Mercury. When everything finishes, it's going to be a huge problem. Now I was able to crack back into Tanzania, however now we have the cooldown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to conquer Tanzania. Then we are in control there. Therefore that's one thing I'm going to do in this turn. But also we are going to finally give territory back to Taiwan and see what happens in that regard. So let's get started and finish up this episode with returning territory to Taiwan. You're gonna that also finished up.
Offering counsel. Offering assistance.
A bit more income, in fact, here. Mostly rare.
Things are stabilizing.
Rare metals, in fact. Repeat, please. Now, very interesting indeed. For China. Now, sea territory. We are going to return everything to Taiwan. It's going to be a lot, except for Beijing. And I already have a plan for that, in fact. So, return. Swoop.
We'll be ready for new
Let's see
soon.
what it did. Yeah, except Lhasa here. And now we are going to be massive over CP cap, but that's fine. Now, what do we have here? Yeah, full democracy score, awesome. And education went up to 10, in fact. That's extremely massive. And now, in the next turn, we are going to conquer Beijing. So that's another thing we are going to do. We are going to kick all the alliances here. And we are going to say basically removing Beijing or China from the map, and it's afterwards it's the Republic of China. And if I'm correct, the capital still is Taiwan. Perfect. And yeah, that's going to be awesome. And the Caliphate is going to declare war on Tanzania here. Everyone is supposed to join.
Prepping for my next mission.
And let's take out Tanzania here. 7.5 days. And yeah.
Hide the numbers.
Now, Kalindi Core we are not going to do. They are arriving in Nanjing on the 9th of June. Yeah, we are going to need these armies, so that's going to help us. So it's not going to be the next mission phase that we are going to declare war on China, it's the one afterwards. Decline. And in fact we also have to wait until the war with Tanzania is over. That should be relatively fast. So let's in fact get this done too. Okay, here we are. In China, we are now, we have killed all the alliances here. In fact, the Vulture's already going after China. And we're going to declare war in this turn. We're also going to do is taking Tanzania here. And I'm going to invest into an army here. So it's going to be like 40. Yeah, we need 40. Confirm. And now it deployed an army. And the rivals are supposed to be the Great Lakes states and the Congo, which is in the hand of the initiative rival. There we go. And one of our persons here is going to make a war declaration
Heading to the capital.
from Tanzania into the Great Lakes states, and afterwards we are going after the Congo. Should be fun, should be easy, in fact. Now, let's do this turn and really finish the episode afterwards. Okay, continue.
I will help them.
Come on.
Violence is abating.
Okay. Okay, a lot of stuff finishing up.
Policy direction complete.
Now Tanzania is going to declare war on Great Lakes states. Confirm. Everyone is supposed to join. There we go. All of them go here. No, here. Kampala. Why could... Interesting. We still can't make a navy here. Nope. Okay, and now next one is going to be China.
Mission complete.
Declare war on China. There we go. Everyone is supposed to join. And I'm going to move... Who owns it? No, the Protectorate got it. Stupid. Okay, let's see if the Protectorate is willing to move out here. Therefore, I'm going to skip ahead a bit and see how it develops. Now, sadly, we had to go after the army which was in Beijing. The Protectorate decided to not move it. So now it's occupation time. And I am a bit worried about our space resources. However, it should be fine. I started building up some of the settlement mining facilities on Mars. They take 80 days. When they are finished, I can upgrade the other ones. And that hopefully gets us through the year. Now, next turn is going to be continuing here the East African Federation, so that we are going after...
Heading to the capital.
Oh, in fact, I have to fix this one here. But we are going after the Congo now. And that's going to be useful. And also, quite interestingly, Greater Austronesia is going to be finished in about 1 month. So I still want to finish this, so let's get back to it when the conquest is done. That's an event I never saw before. Phoebe explosion. So there's something which is going on there. Mystery of Phoebe. I don't know. Okay, here we are. Now, this turn is going to be the really last stuff of this episode. China is almost conquered now.
Protecting our interests.
And most importantly, Greater Austronesia has just finished. And now everything can get started here. Let's... what are we going to do? Research troops cannot hurt. And I do think I want to... What do we want to push? I think this one. I should have sent 2 persons to Indonesia. Now,
Order is returning.
repeat, continue. Yeah, and there goes the economy of China. So it's basically disappeared here now. It's only... No, China is gone, in fact. And where's the capital now? Still in Taiwan, perfect. So Tibet was released here and it's now independent. And China no longer exists on the map. Interesting. And now we can, in fact, continue here and federate Taiwan into Indonesia.
Mission complete.
Okay, why can't we? Huh? I'm confused. Select policy for Indonesia. It says yes here. Republic of China, Joint Federation, pass. Okay, I'm confused. Do we have to do it the other way around? Okay, I'm confused. Let's see. What the heck? Okay, I'm a bit confused what's going on here, so I'm going to unify now the Malay into Indonesia. And
Things up.
let's see if we can now do the federations here.
Mission complete.
Why can we not unify? Why can we not federate? Huh? Why can we not federate with Indonesia here? With Australia, for example. That should be possible. We have claims. Huh? Are they having a war or something? There's a Congo war ongoing here too. Is that the problem? I don't know. Join the targeted nation or federation. Federation must have a territorial claim or on a region in the joining nation. Federated nations are in a permanent alliance and share space, funding and boost. Requires consolidated control of joining nations' executive control point. Yeah, but we do have everything here. Do I need to leave? I mean, let's do it for once. As I'm going back a safe game and check it out there. Confirm. Continue.
Mission complete.
Weird. So it was a problem that we were in the Federation with the Caliphate and that didn't work? I'm confused. I'm very confused here right now.
Cleaning things up.
Okay, so that worked now. I am going to make a cut here and probably that's a little bit of a bug, I'm not sure. So see you in the next episode. Leave a like and subscribe.